I was watching a video today about a man that was ranking Class 1A by their powers and their strategies. Well, uh, Todoroki got first place and Deku got second place. I'm not going to talk about Bakugo today because Bakugo got fourth place, which makes more sense because Bakugo does not. Well, Bakugo's amazing at his quirk. He knows how to use it, which makes it amazing how he can fly with it by using explosions from his hands, but he's kind of hot-headed, stubborn, idiot sometimes, and super mean. But he has no strategy, no way to learn, no way to make the thing work out. But Todoroki and Izuku Midoriya knows how to use their quirk and have strategies. But Midoriya is second place because Midoriya has to learn how to use his quirk for 100%, like All Might does, but All Might doesn't do it anymore. But I understand why Midoriya got second place, but Midoriya sooner or later going to get first place because the man said Midoriya will sooner or later be first place, but for now he'll be second place because Todoroki knows how to use his ice power because he's been learning it for all of his life, but until he learned how to use his fire cord, it was no problem for him to use it. He learned it so easily, swiftly. But Todoroki has strategies too, but for now, Todoroki is number one because Todoroki now uses quirk fully and, really amazing because he can make anything, literally ice. At the sports festival in the Hero Academia, he almost blasted half of the whole stadium, which is amazing for an amount of that much ice from his quirk without losing, really energy, because he used, literally having this whole quirk like that, how much ice that was produced, which is amazing. But Midoriya needs to learn how not to break his bones more. But Midoriya has learned a lot because he learned how to use his legs for a lot of things for his quirk. He hasn't been breaking much bones lately, but Todoroki never breaks bones. Todoroki literally knows how to use his quirk amazingly. It's super swiftly, he's very intelligent, which I couldn't believe he couldn't get his hero license. It was crazy. I'm like, how do you not get your hero license? But it's obviously what happened. But I kind of understand why Bakugo didn't get his, because he was a total, hothead, stubborn, was super mean to the injured people that were, faking it and all that, which I found kind of, idiotic, because you should be more, more paying attention and more, willing to not get mad at everything that's going around, going on, and getting mad at everyone. But Midoriya does not. He listens, he cares, he fights for anything and anyone, and he does everything just to get to the top and not make anyone disappointed of him, which is amazing of Midoriya, because he keeps on pushing himself to where he wants to get. But all he needs to reach up that level is to learn how to use his quirk for 100%, like All Might. But Todoroki literally knows how to use his quirk so amazingly, which I love. But Midoriya is really one of my favorite characters because Midoriya is so willing to do anything just to help somebody get there. He keeps on pushing himself and pushing other people to believe in himself and believe in himself. Sometimes people don't even see what Midoriya can do. Sometimes people think he's wimpy, sucks, but he has All Might's power, one for all, which is amazing. Because I was always like, why is Midoriya always the one that's innocent and barely even know how to use the power? But now you think of it, one for all is the most powerful power in the world of all the powers in Hero Academia, which I'm kind of surprised that Midoriya hasn't learned it yet, but it makes more sense because he never had a quirk to begin with. He was quirkless, he didn't know how to use quirks, he tried so hard for it, he kept on pushing himself and pushing himself. But I'm kind of getting off topic about Todoroki being first place, but what I'm gonna say is Todoroki ignored half of his whole life is his fire power, but once Midoriya told him that it's not his quirk, it's yours, and Todoroki remembered that his mother said there's nothing wrong using your quirk for good, which made me feel so happy for seeing Midoriya help somebody, which he pushes himself and pushes other people to become to the top and work their powers out. I seen how Midoriya smiled, and Todoroki thanked Midoriya for telling him that, and yes, it can get competitive, but the only reason they do it is because really they want to become heroes like All Might. They really care for people, but Bakugo doesn't really care for much. Todoroki, I'm not sure about him, but Todoroki's really good. And he knows how to use, but once he used his fire quirk, he literally blew half of the freaking stadium in the sports festival because how much fire he produced, which I cannot believe because usually I think some of the people can't even use their quirk that much like that, which is amazing. And Midoriya is almost like him, but Midoriya sooner or later will become more better. One more question. Why does Midoriya look like he has lightning around him? Near than All Might does not do that. And why does he have, the things? It's kind of weird for me to think of that, but whatever. But Izuku, Midoriya will sooner or later become first place. But, the top 3 students, I can't say his name. The one with the yellow hair that can actually go through walls. He might actually become the second All Might, which I'm kind of scared for Midoriya, because Midoriya's like, whoa, look at that dude, he's so muscular and strong, I'm gonna be so wimpy. But Midoriya, I believe that Midoriya can actually do, and I believe that Shoto Todoroki can actually make his, beat without, okay, it's so hard to say it, but I know Todoroki can do it without, without his father, because, he doesn't really need, well, he kind of does to learn how to use the power more, but I understand how Todoroki hates his father so much, which I obviously hate Endeavor for that, but that's all I gotta say, really. So that's all I have to say, really. Because Todoroki learns how to use his power so much, so amazingly. And Midoriya just needs this, more practice, more. He just needs to learn how to use his quirk fully percent. That's, seriously, Todoroki's an amazing character, which I believe he's so amazing. But Midoriya, his power is so much stronger than freaking Todoroki, though. Midoriya just needs to use it more often. He has to practice more. Needs when he pushes himself so hard, where he almost breaks his bones. But he needs a little more pushing. He needs how to learn. If All Might still had his power, it could have not Todoroki. I said Todoroki. Why I say Todoroki? Midoriya. He can actually might be able to use that quirk more better than Todoroki, even All Might, even better than Bakugo. Bakugo's in 4th place, which I understand because he's stubborn, a stubborn boy. But that's all I gotta say because it's impossible to be like Todoroki and Deku because Todoroki and Deku, oh my god, they're amazing people that can actually use that quirk more better than half of the whole class. They both use their quirk very well, but Midoriya, as I just said, he needs to learn how to use it so much. And Todoroki, he just needs a little more practice with the fire, because actually he got it perfectly. But there's so many things you can do with fire powers. That's all I got to say. Sooner or later, Midoriya will become first place, and Todoroki might become second place. But Todoroki, he's an amazing person. Midoriya, he's an amazing person. Bakugo, you're stubborn. Sorry for Bakugo fans, but still, Bakugo's really stubborn. He won't listen to anyone. He doesn't really care what people say, do, or like whatever they do. And he just thinks he's always better than everyone, which makes him so stubborn to learn more about his quirk. But he always thinks he's better than someone else because he knows he's not, but he thinks he is. But he's amazing. He uses his quirk so swiftly too. He knows how to use the nitrogen, that sweat that comes out of his hands, which makes explosions, and flies through the air using it, which is amazing. Which if I had that quirk, I would never learn how to do because I'm not that smart, I suppose. But after talking about all this, like, seriously, like, I see, like, a lot of things that happens in the thing that nobody else sees sometimes. Which I always, like, you can obviously see that Midoriya and Todoroki are, like, good friends. They just don't talk that much. And sooner or later, they can actually work together and make more strategies for both of their quirks and learn new things and do all that. But Midoriya's going to be number one. But Todoroki's going to be second place. I believe Bakugo might actually become, like, third place. Or whatever Bakugo does. Whatever he does. But I hope Midoriya gets number one because Midoriya deserves it. He works harder than... he does really work hard. He works so hard than everyone else, and everyone else wants to be like him in the class, except for Bakugo, because they see how much Midoriya fights for it, helps, and breaks his bones for somebody. He doesn't care if he's hurt real badly, where it can actually paralyze him or anything. He'll keep on fighting until, like, he actually dies. He'll do anything to save somebody or do something for somebody or do anything to get to that place. But he doesn't do it for recognition, girls. Screw Vendetta. But he does it because he cares. He doesn't want to let nobody be disappointed. Like, make everyone disappointed of him. Like, he was never that good. But I believe Midoriya can do it. So, that's all I gotta say. So, go Midoriya for number one. Yay!